Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another fabulous episode of Real Estate Redefined. Ryan is back with us today. How are you?
I'm good. Had a week off.
I know. You've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been real busy. It was a week off, but you were busy.
Yeah. I just totally forgot, so I'll take that. No, I'm excited to be back.
Awesome. Yeah, we have some really cool things that we're going to talk about today, something that I had never heard of before at all.
Yep.
And you were kind of explaining it to me. Okay, so a bridge loan.
Yeah, bridge loan. Okay, so
Yeah.
and the bridge loans have gone on in San Angelo for a long time, and you don't usually do that many of them, but what it is it's a short-term loan that when you have to sell a house and you want to buy another house, typically you have to sell that house first and then you buy the next one. Mm-hmm. And the market is just so crazy in San Angelo, we're seeing more and more bridge loans. So I thought I'd kind of give what it is, how you do it, when you would use it, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the market's still nuts here. There's not many houses for sale. There's, I don't know, I think 120 of them roughly today in San Angelo for sale.
Mm-hmm. And those are going to go fast.
Yeah, they're going, you know, there was 120 last week and there was 120 the week before. So we'll get 50 or 60 listings during the week, but they all sell.
Yeah.
And so we start over the next week. We haven't really built up any excess inventory. So if you want to upgrade your house or you want to buy a smaller house, but you want to move and you think, okay, it's going to be really easy to sell my house today because the market's so good. I'm going to get a lot of money. You can't just put your house on the market because you're going to sell it that day or that week. And then what if you can't find anything to buy? That's the problem. So I think that's what's scaring a lot of folks to putting their house on the market is they don't know what to go buy. So that's where the bridge loan comes in. What the bridge loan is it basically they'll use the equity you have built in your house to help you get a loan to bridge you into the next home. So if you have a house that, you know, if you're looking and you want to buy a bigger house, so you've identified that house. If you have to sell your house first before buying that, you have to make a contingent offer. And the seller on the house you want to buy, they're not going to like your contingent offer because they might have other offers that don't have that stipulation. So they're going to look less favorable at your offer.
Yeah.
So when you go get the bridge loan, that they loan you the money to go ahead and buy that next house on a short-term note, 6 months usually. They can be a year. And then as soon as you're ready to, then you can sell your existing house and then do a permanent financing on the next one. So the ones I've dealt with recently, I use Texas Bank here locally. And so typically it's not like, you know, your big Wells Fargo, they're going to be more difficult to deal with on a bridge loan type situation. So you want to find a local bank. So like Libby over at Texas Bank, what they do is they want you to have roughly 20% equity in your current home. So if you bought your home last year, you're not going to be to that point. So you might not be able to qualify. But if you've been in your house 5, 6, 7 years, who knows, more than that, you're going to have that 20% equity. And that's going to help you qualify for that bridge loan.
Yeah. So maybe the folks who are looking to, like you said, upgrade or downgrade, maybe they want to kind of downsize.
Yeah, if you've been in your house for a long time and you raised your kids and your kids have moved out and you want a smaller patio home, that'd be a good example of, you know, we see those all the time to where I want to, and I've also, even if like going to Rio Concho, like if you want to move out to the assisted living and they make you buy those little houses they have out there that are maintenance free, then it's a good way to do that as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. It bridges you into the next phase.
Correct.
So that's the way to think of it.
And you don't have a payment on that bridge loan.
Okay.
You are paying some interest and accruing interest on it, and you'll pay that off at the end after you sell your existing house. So, I don't know. It's a good product today. It's a good product always if that's your situation and you qualify.
Yeah.
But today it's just so difficult to find that next house you want to go, and you're scared to sell your current one. So I just thought we need houses to sell, and it gives people an option. Like, and again, it's not something you have to do. You might not even exercise that bridge loan, because if you're buying that next house and you get a contract on it and you're going to close in a month and a half, say, you get through your inspections, you make sure you're good to go with that second house, and then you put your current house on the market, you're going to probably sell it really quick and you're not going to need to do the bridge loan. It just gives you the ability to qualify without having a contingent offer. That's like the contingent offer means something has to happen for you to buy the house, and no one likes that in today.
Yeah.
Because they want it to be a done deal.
Yeah, so really it kind of takes out some of that waiting, I guess, because you're ready to go. You've got the bridge loan. You're qualified. You found the home you want to move into.
Yes, and it can also work if you find a home that needs work.
Oh.
Because if you find a home that needs work and you don't want to live through a remodel, which I think that's maybe the number one cause of divorce in America is living through a remodel.
Not the pandemic, it's remodeling.
Yeah, living in the house while you're remodeling. But if the house needs remodeling and you don't want to live there while you're doing it, you can buy that house on a bridge loan, do your remodel, then sell your current house when you're ready to move in. So I actually did that I bought a house that it was not livable. So it needed, we wouldn't have been able to live there during the remodel. So
yeah.
But we did a similar type deal.
Okay, so this is an option for a lot of different scenarios.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just need to call us and talk to us about it. We can kind of point you in, the bridge loan doesn't cost a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It's a product just like you didn't know, like it's a product that no one knows about. Yeah. So it's the unknown. So just talk about it.
So now you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you know. Well, okay. So we were also talking about people who maybe they don't want to sell their home; they want to rent it out.
Yeah. So like if you want to go buy that bigger house or that smaller house, but you're like, hey, I've owned my house for 15 years. It would make a great rent house. I want to, keep it long term. You might not want to sell that house. So you just go buy the next house. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as you buy the next house, move out, get cleaned up, give us a call, and we can put you with one of our property managers. They can manage that rental for you. So rent prices are, I think they're as high as they've ever been in San Angelo. So you get a good return. There's more available now than there was a couple of years ago. Yeah. I think so. I think I looked this morning. I saw about 50 rent houses listed for rent in town. Okay. So, we have 50,000 houses though. It's not a lot, but
yeah. But there's a few out there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
okay, you mentioned something that maybe you want to talk about or just touch on is the property management side.
Yeah.
So how basically y'all can manage people's property
if
they don't want to.
We manage quite a few properties. A lot of folks do it themselves, mm-hmm. and that can be done if it's one house. You can put an ad on Facebook, put an ad in the Thrifty Nickel, put an ad in the newspaper, and you can rent the house out, find your own tenant.
Yeah.
They pay you directly on the rent. When there's something wrong with the house, they call you. But what we do is we make sure the house is completely legal. Like there's certain rules that a house needs to have certain types of locks, certain peepholes, certain, smoke detectors, things like that. So we make sure you're good to go on that part of it. And then we actually find the tenant for you. We screen them. We send their, do the background check, do the credit check, do all that, sign the lease, get them in. We collect the rent for you and then direct deposit it into your account every month. If there's repairs that need to be done, if the plumbing clogs up or the AC goes out, we take care of that for you as well. So
that's a pretty handy
thing. You pay for it. Yeah. You got to lose a little bit a month to pay for it, but again, you don't have to have direct contact with that tenant.
Yeah.
What I found is a lot of times people don't want to, if someone's not paying the rent, it's just a tough situation.
It can be awkward. Yeah.
Like there's a reason why it is. There might be a super valid reason. There might just be not a good reason, and they're telling you this is why, and you might not want to do that every month. Yeah. So, and if hopefully this doesn't ever happen, but it does, that someone needs to be evicted from their property. Again, that's what we handle too. We do it the proper way. We go to the proper notices because you have to do it the right way, especially these days with COVID. They were dropping all kind of like, I'm not even sure if you can evict people today, but there was a bunch of rules that came down that we had to follow. Yeah. And go with do it properly through the JP court.
Yeah. And that's a lot. Like you say, it's a constantly changing. Yeah. There's a lot. So y'all really are the ones who deal with it.
And we've got plumbers and we've got we work with plumbers and electricians that can get out there quick. It's tough. I'm telling you, those guys, we've talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but they're busy. Yeah. Most contractors in this town are slammed. Yeah. And I think all throughout Texas. So.
Yeah, really still playing catch up from everything going on.
From COVID, from the freeze, from I don't know what else.
Well, everything else. So there's just
we lost our electricity the other day at our office, and I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah,
you know, it was about an hour.
Yeah,
from that transformer.
Man, at least it wasn't freezing though, like it was last time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, that is awesome. So really good information. So if someone, what are some of those common questions, I guess, that you may get where they say like, oh, you know, I'm interested in this, but I'm kind of hesitant about having somebody manage my property. What would you say?
Well, you know, I think the key to property management really is communication. That's what, you know, someone who owns their house that lives in San Angelo, that's one thing, because they're driving by.
Yeah.
You know, they're probably checking on their own. They still want communication. But a lot of times we see since we're in a town with an Air Force base, we'll have people move in, they'll buy a house, they'll live there for their 3 or 4 years, and then they'll leave to go to their next assignment. And they'll keep that house. A lot of them, like I heard a story the other day, and it happens so often, but they're like, we want to rent the house out because we think we're coming back to San Angelo. Maybe not with the military, but maybe after we're done with the military. We enjoyed living here, and we want to come back and keep that house. So when someone's living in another part of the country or the world, they want to be able to, you know, they want to know what's taking place with their most expensive thing they own, for sure. So, and it's difficult, you know, property managers, especially when they've got 50, 100, 200, 300 units that they're managing. It's tough. So I know we've got a kind of like a staff that helps, and now they've got computer software that it sends out the reports like at the end of the year, you get to write a lot of the work you do on that house off on your taxes.
Oh.
So you'll get an email with a report of, hey, this is what income you made. This is what you spent on the property management services. This is what you spent on repairs. And so it'll break it all down for you and just pass that along to the CPA.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really neat.
It used to, I think before the software, it was all done on, you'd have to keep tabs in a notebook or on a spreadsheet.
Have all these receipts everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, that's definitely a benefit, because I'm sure, you know, a lot of people, especially if they're just getting into, maybe they want to rent out a property. They don't know a lot of the stuff.
But it's a valid option. Again, not for everybody. You know, I've seen people that, hey, I've got rent houses and I'm just tired of them. I'm going to sell these rent houses and I'm going to put that money in the stock market, or I'm going to, you know, they want to get rid of the houses and find a commercial property, you know. Yeah. So, you know, real estate is just, you know, one of the few types of investments you can do, but it's it's stable. You can see it. In San Angelo, it's been very stable because prices keep going up. So I'm sure there's some people that have rentals that are thinking, man, I might want to just stop doing this and cash out on selling the houses. Yeah. Because prices are so high, you know. Yeah. We're talking double in the last 15 years or so.
I was about to say, you gave us a little kind of an update a few weeks ago, but what are we looking at now as far as just kind of an overall?
I think prices are continuing to like inch up every week, but I think our average price has still got to be over $200,000. Houses in the $100,000 to $200,000 range are just extremely hard to find. Yeah. They're getting multiple offers the day they go on the market. Again, you know, that seller's looking at those offers and thinking, what are the best terms for me? What gives me the best? And that's kind of like that bridge loan situation is, you know, someone who doesn't have to sell a house or has a large down payment or doesn't need help with their closing costs. Those are the offers that are getting accepted these days, it looks like. So, because there's so many options to look at. Yeah. I saw an article, I guess yesterday, some house in California had 99 offers on it, and the offer they accepted was $1 million above the asking price. Oh, I saw that one too. I don't know if they underpriced that house on purpose, or if, you know, again, $1 million in California over asking is like 10,000 here. Yeah. So some houses are going 10,000 above asking price. Wow. And so it's kind of similar to that $1 million.
Man, so. that is just crazy to think about. $1 million over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's people that are moving here, then they need a place to live. Yeah. And they're doing the same thing in California, I guess. I know Austin is the same way. Yeah. So it's just it's a really tough real estate market. I don't know if I've had lots of questions in the last week or two, like, well, so what do you think happens? Are we going to is it going to be 120 houses on the market all summer long, or what are we going to see? Who knows for sure? I'm hoping, again, that's my bridge loan talk. I'm hoping someone that has been scared to sell their house because they don't know where to go kind of looks at some of those options. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to get high. Like, it might be the fall or next winter before we start getting our inventory back. So
wow.
I think it's going to be a scarce summer. So I'm guessing throughout the year, you know, we're going to continue to be in here on Thursday mornings, and
yeah,
we'll just kind of keep tabs on it. But yeah. I don't know. No one really knows what's going to happen, but
I know
it's not good.
So if you're going to do something, do it now.
Yeah. I don't know. There's more houses on the market now than there may be in 2 months.
Yeah.
You know, some people might think, oh, I'm going to wait because there's nothing for sale. Well, if you wait a couple of months, as though, you know, we got our interest rates kind of creeping up, inventory's going down. So it's, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
But there's still good houses. I've seen a lot of good houses sell this week. I think like 16 went under contract yesterday, but there's good houses, you know.
Yeah.
If you want a house, you have to have a good offer, but you can get one.
Yeah, definitely. So there's options, and you just got to move on it.
Yep, for sure.
All right. So, okay. So speaking of seeing houses and kind of keeping tabs on the market, are there any open houses going on, or any
this week? No, I don't think there might be. I looked, I saw one. But it's Easter on Sunday, so I didn't figure we were going to have a big open house Sunday. Mm-hmm. But let's see. Next weekend, April 10th and 11th, we start the Parade of Homes for the Home Builders Association. You know, these builders, there's 8 homes in the parade this year. So the builders have built, like, you know, pulled out all the stops on these houses and, you know, did some extras on them. And so they're going to open. Some of them are for sale. Some of them are already sold, and they're waiting till after the parade to close.
Right.
But you're going to be able to go through these houses. You're going to be, if you're scared to call our office because you don't want to talk to an agent on the phone, you can go to these houses. We're going to be there, kind of hosting the houses.
Yeah.
And then the builders are going to be around too. So you can look through, you know, I see people every year. This is, I think, the 3rd year we've done this. Mm-hmm. And, you know, some people just come to get ideas on what they want to do on their own home.
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily because they want to move. So they'll come through. Yeah, you can look at what's being done. What are the styles these days? Mm-hmm. Ask a builder questions. Ask a real estate agent questions. Heck, just have fun driving around, kind of caravanning. Get some friends. HBASA.com is where you can go and get tickets.
Oh, okay.
We've got them at our office as well. I think it's $10. You can go on Saturday the 10th, Sunday the 11th. And then it'll be back again the following weekend on the 17th and 18th.
Oh, okay.
So you could hit 4 one weekend and 4 the next.
Wow, okay.
So different areas. I know there's some out by Lamar Elementary, several in Bentwood, and then there's one in Wall. So
okay.
So if I was you,
I would town a little bit.
I would go if I was you, I would go see that house, get my ticket, go to the house in Wall about lunchtime, and then go eat at the Road Kitchen in Wall.
Yes. Yeah, so definitely a stop.
Jason is, I don't know, his food is super good. So
yeah,
that's what I'd make it a whole little trip.
Yeah, just make it a little day of it.
Yeah.
Or a weekend.
Oh, and I think the gin out there is open back up too. I haven't been.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So again, for folks who may not have, you know, even heard of this parade before, walk us through again. There's no obligation.
No, not at all. It's like, the Home Builders Association, they did it a long time ago. They came back with it. They sell, you know, there's advertisements, like there'll be advertisements in the houses for some of the contractors, like the curb guy or the electrician or the windows. Like there'll be advertisement. Those people are helping the builders get these houses built. They're going to sell the tickets. It is a fundraiser for the Home Builders Association, but at the same time, there will be, House of Faith is the charity that we're going to give money back to at the end. So last time we cut them a check for $10,000 after the parade was over. So trying to, you know, help the community, let people see these houses that are being built. We still need, you know, I hear every week about this housing study that we did. Mm-hmm. We need more housing in San Angelo. Mm-hmm. So this is one way you get it is builders build houses. So, but it's just a neat thing to do.
Yeah. And like you said, a great way to get ideas if they are thinking about building a
definitely.
house.
Just on, it could be like 2 years ago at the parade was the first time I had ever seen, they call it concrete tile. You know, you've always heard of ceramic tile and whatever, but this is concrete. And it's got all these designs in it. And after that parade of homes, now you see it all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And so I know people went in, saw it, liked it, and then when they went in to remodel a bathroom, that's what they used. So, you know.
Easier maintenance, right?
Yeah. So.
That's cool. So all the, you know, like you said, the curb guy, the window guy, all their information is going to be there. So
yeah, different, whatever builder, whatever subcontractors they used on that house, typically they'll have their information in there. So if there's something you'd like in, you know, the house in Bentwood, you know, you'll know who did it and you can contact them as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. So, there's a lot going on. We talked about a lot.
Yeah, I know.
A lot happening. So if anybody has any questions, they can definitely contact you.
Yep. They can call the office, 325-481-0500, or you can go to our website, ERA Newland.
Yeah.
We do, you know, I've talked about, we've got the open houses on there, which you won't see any this week, but you can also search the rent houses available. You can search the new listings. You can search commercial property. So. Yeah,
and let's remind everybody again about the app and the y'all get stuff before.
Well, yeah, that if you're looking for a house, you want to be the first to know about it. So, you contact an agent in the office, get signed up, and start getting those updates as soon as the houses hit the market. You can search on the app yourself. You can set it up to where we'll push it to you when it comes out. One of the agents in my office, she had a good Facebook post yesterday or the day before. She had some people looking for a house in Bentwood. She saw it come up. They saw it come up. They were at the house 17 minutes after it got listed.
Oh my goodness.
Got an offer in, got the house, didn't have to compete with anyone, and, you know.
17 minutes.
17 minutes, so, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I want to hear more.
I know. No, I actually, at our office meeting on Tuesday, I asked, like, who wants, like, I love these Thursday shows, but if someone wants to come sit in up here with me or do it by themselves, that's fine. Did you interview Vicky and Thurman?
Oh, yeah, they were great.
Were they hilarious?
Yes, they're so much fun.
I know. But it's Robin Howell. She said she'd come, and so she's the one that got that house in 17 minutes. So
wow. I'm
gonna try to get something set up, and I got another agent that said she wants to come. So over the next coming weeks, like I want to try to diversify the topics as much as possible.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can say about interest rates and first-time home buyers. It's boring, but there's a lot in real estate that I always, you know, try to cover different topics. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot more of those stories, the 17 minutes that they can bring. And we, of course, we're streaming live, so of course leave your questions and we'll definitely get back to those. We're going to line out some topics like Ryan said, and we want to answer your questions, so make sure you drop a comment or message Ryan, get a hold of him, call him, because there's a lot.
Maybe like it's spring, it's warming up. Like it looks like all the grass is coming back after that freeze. You know, they were saying we don't know if the grass is gonna. Like I've seen a lot of green grass or green weeds. I'm not sure. Yeah. But you know, it's time to kind of get that curb appeal going and get your house cleaned up, fixed up, ready to go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man, so lots to come. So make sure to stay with us and leave those comments because we want to know. We want to know what y'all are interested in. So until that time, until next time, next Thursday, any final thoughts or messages?
I don't know. Call us, I guess.
Call us. Just call us.
If you need help, call us.
There you go. Easy enough, folks. Well, thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you next Thursday right here at 11.
Thank you.